What happened there?
My iPad just tumbled and she caught it from falling off the tray.
Oh man, that was good.
My iPad baby powers saved me there.
Hi, Allie.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Shannon. Shannon, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous. Did I just discover real coconut oil? Yes, that's a whole nother story for another time. But what I really
We're just going to keep going?
yeah, what I
Don't worry about it.
wanted to tell you guys about was sorry, Allie.
Did you think coconut oil was fake before? Or do you mean like the organic coconut oil that's a solid until you put your hand and
Yes.
then it comes
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
This is the
Exactly.
colloid. Okay.
Yep. Moving on. I discovered that there are audiobooks on Spotify, but not just audiobooks. I don't know why I didn't know this. I kid you not, like until today, I felt so stupid. But Icebreaker is also on Spotify. So I'm going to check in with you guys later. I'm going to go through some of those scenes and see how, if they read those word for word. Or if
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
They have to, right?
I get, right.
You can't skip it.
Right.
It's the whole point of the book.
I'm so curious. And I also found my next read. I saw this book in the Target on the shelf and I'm like, what a name. It's called Pucking Around.
Quite frankly, that should have been the podcast name. That's a
You
good
know,
one.
honestly.
It is pretty good. This
were you thinking?
one, yeah, hot girls, hockey.
That's all we were thinking.
Yep.
Yep.
We didn't even come up with the names.
Oh, we didn't. It's fine.
But I'm going to keep you guys updated on what I discover, but I'm excited about this book because it specifically takes place like in the NHL. It's not like college
Oh.
settings. It's like a physical therapist and she has 3 NHL players who are after her on this team. I'm like, all right, give it to me. Let's see how this goes. So
And if you want to listen to Shannon's in-depth review of Icebreaker, go over to our YouTube, Hot Girls Hockey, and watch our end of the year shenanigans video or mid-year madness, whatever we called it.
Yeah.
It's
It was
all
the
over
mid-year.
there.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, this is Hot Girls Hockey, born in Jersey. Our weekly opinions on the Devils. There are no facts here because we analyze by vibes. So, Allie, can you bring us into our red carpet report of this week?
Whew. All right, we're gonna have to do like a speed run
All right.
It's been a bit.
because the boys went on a West Coast trip and they packed the bags. They brought the outfits.
Ooh.
These are better than the
Mm.
outfits they wear at home. Like
I wonder why.
Interesting.
they had to pack these and then they had to like hang them up and steam them or something, or someone had to.
Right. I'm already looking at the first ones and I'm already delighted.
Yeah. So here we are. A lot of these photos come from the game against the LA Kings, which has one of my favorite red carpets. That's not actually a red carpet. And
Okay.
you're the LA team. I think you should get that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Los
They should
Angeles.
have
How
a
did
red
they not have
carpet.
the
Like
red carpet?
The thing, right?
Yeah.
That's what you guys do. But
Yeah.
they do have this like marquee board that all the teams walk in front of, which I think is really cute. So we have this photo right off in the front. A gentleman who I don't know if he's ever really made like an appearance on this list.
For a special like
You're right. For
weekly
Prague,
award.
he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, here we've got alternate captain Andre Palat in a, I would say, Kelly green pinstripe suit. I
Yeah.
love this. He loses points for the sneakers, of course.
Okay.
Wait, what's going on?
Well, the suit's not bad, but the shirt.
Okay, I was getting to
Doesn't-
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us about the shirt, Sarah.
Well, so the Kelly green suit that he's wearing has pinstripes to it, but so does the undershirt that he's got, which is what looks like blue and white to me.
Yeah, and it's not the same. The blue in the shirt is a little warm toned, and his suit is very cool toned.
Very.
Yeah, so you know what? I mean, this suit is great. We need to put it with a different shirt. Maybe we could get a belt with it, get some better shoes. But I'm excited. I love it. I love the color.
Yeah.
Standing next to him is Tomas Tatar
Yes.
in a suit that I'm pretty sure I've commented on before. It's like this boxy plaid on oh gosh, is this the suit I called purple once, but it's actually blue?
No, that was somebody
No.
else.
It was the other way around too.
Yes, it was.
You called it blue and it was all purple, girl.
It's all purple. Well, this one's all blue. This one is actually cornflower blue. And he's paired it with some nice, like, warm brown loafer. But buddy,
Love it.
once again, put those things away.
Seriously.
There's some slutty ankles. Get some socks on them.
Yeah. Like, I get it's a little warmer out in California, but man, socks.
Moving right along, also from the same game. Maybe they do it because they want to look cool in front of this marquee board. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Look at that.
We got Timo Meyer in this nice, like,
I love it.
Me too.
I'm
navy
obsessed.
blue satin suit with a pinstripe, with the camera and the lighting going. It's got like this nice sheen to it. Even his phone case that he's holding seems to match.
It
like,
looks cinematic.
the coffee cup is a paid actor.
Yeah. Even his watch, like,
yeah.
it's properly lit, like it's an ad.
Yeah, this is a great photo. It actually would be a perfect advertisement photo if he was standing just slightly up. He's leaning to the like forward and looking to the side a little bit. If he was just standing completely, I would be perfect. You could sell suits with that photo. Double-breasted suit jacket.
I love it.
You love it.
It's good.
Next, we have Brendan Dillon, also from the LA Kings game. This is what I'm saying. They go out to LA and they show up.
Huh.
Maybe because they know they're in LA and their photos are going to be taken. Like, because the way these photos are taken in this lighting.
These are like photos.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like, this is red carpet photo.
Yes, this is what they need to give us every week, every game. Brendan Dillon coming in strong in the chocolate brown suit jacket. I love how he brings in different colors and different
He
tones.
does. Yeah. It's weird, but I applaud him for the weirdness.
The pants appear to be black, but you know what? The photographer cropped that for us, so we don't have to worry about that.
Nah.
Is the tie a cream that doesn't quite match the white tone of his shirt? Yeah. Do those dots on the tie slightly look like smallpox? Don't look too close. We like this outfit.
But
it's
you know
weird.
what? Yeah.
I like the texture in it, and I like that he did pair a white tie with a white shirt, even though the tones aren't matching. I like the attempt on this one.
Yeah.
I very much get the energy that, like, if this game were not in LA, he would have put a hat with this. You know, the only reason he didn't is because he couldn't fit it in the bag.
Yeah, that's true. That hat is too big.
I even like the seaming on the suit. Like, you can see there's this front dart that gives it a little bit of shape. I like it. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I told you, like, they looked so good on this West Coast. Next, we have a photo of Jonas Siegenthaler in his classic. He loves to wear this suit. This is like a navy blue double-breasted suit with the like baby blue dress shirt.
This is an ad for the water bottle he's holding.
See, I thought really for the socks, but you're right.
Oh, wait, where's the socks?
If you look at the left foot,
it could be either.
But yeah, right. The water bottle, the way he's holding it.
A little unnatural.
Yeah, the way this team likes to hold water bottles and things in their hand.
Yeah.
I think it's because the phone, he's trying to do both at once.
Yeah.
Keeping the other hand free for the, for the movement in the photo. It's a good outfit.
Yeah, fits in perfectly.
We still got more.
Dang.
Next.
Oh,
we have Brendan Dillon again.
Another one.
This combo better.
Me too.
Shannon, can you tell the people about this combo?
We got another box plaid on a navy blue jacket with like, it looks like almost like the plaid is like this thin white stripe with a white shirt. And then the tie, I have to like zoom in. Hold on. Because I can't tell what the base color is in the back. But he's wearing like a tight pattern tie. And I think it's brown with like, again, another like cream detail that doesn't match the white on the shirt.
But it matches his
small
pants.
enough, though. It's okay.
Yes, it does match the pants.
Brendan Dillon is one of the few guys not afraid to wear like mix and match his colors, particularly with his suit jacket and his pants.
Also, the patterns.
Yes.
Like, it's very difficult to do something to like intricate patterns like that. And it's complements each other.
Yeah.
I like this.
I like it. And standing next to him, Jake Allen in this like, it's almost like a low res teal. Like, I don't know what to call this color. Like, it's kind of green.
That's appropriate, I think.
Yeah, but it pulls a little blue. It's just like a good fitted suit. He's got the contrasting brown belt, which you can just kind of see matches the color of what looks to be a sneaker, but maybe like a suede sneaker. This is a good suit on him too. Yeah. We don't see his outfits very often, and I like it. So
Oh no.
Before we get into the next ones, we're going to assign a second and a third place.
Oh, just
second
a
and
second
third,
and a
huh?
third.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Something's afoot here.
I know.
Yeah, and it's Tomasz Tatar and his slutty ankles. Put those away, sir.
Okay. Second's Timo for me.
Well, yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Way to spoil it, Shannon.
Wow.
I can't spoil it with my opinion.
Yeah, she doesn't have the script in your mind.
Well, get out of my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flop,
well, your
I'm out.
opinion is correct. Yeah. Second place is obviously Timo. It's an incredible outfit.
Only second, though.
I know.
Third place, I need your guys' opinions. I'm torn between Siegenthaler and I want to say Brendan Dillon's second outfit.
Mm.
This is difficult.
I know it could go either way.
It's like Siegenthaler's outfit's so just good together because it's just so good together.
Yeah.
Brendan Dillon's bringing something new,
And I think his
which is
outfit's
what's pulling me, but it's like not fully as well fitted as Siegenthaler's.
okay.
Right.
I'm going Brendan Dillon.
Okay.
Despite the fit issue, which I agree with you, I think it's hard to put an outfit like this together, mixing patterns and colors, and to do it well.
Mhm.
So I'm going to give him credit for that.
Okay.
I agree.
I'm scared.
Now,
Yep.
we're going to scroll down from that picture of Brendan Dillon that we were just talking about. If you're listening, all of these photos will be posted on TikTok and Twitter in a video entitled Red Carpet Report, episode 39. So you can look at these photos with us. The next photo we are looking at is of Nico Heischer and Jack Hughes being an iPhone kid in the background.
Yep.
Yep. Yes.
I would like you to zoom in on Nico, please.
Okay.
Nico is wearing something very important to me personally.
Is it the bracelets, the
Gotta be.
Gatorade, or the wine?
Gotta be the bracelets, right?
No.
No?
It is the green wool suit. This is a
Oh.
green suit.
It is green. I didn't even really notice.
I have never seen Nico in a green suit.
You're right. I think it's because the green is so dark.
It's
It's
a
a dark
muted
green.
green.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of like a muted forest, cool tone green. But this is a green suit.
Wow.
It is a green suit.
I know green suit's an automatic win for you, but
And he wore this on his birthday. Nico gifting me a birthday gift of a green suit.
How nice of him.
Such a kind gentleman. Absolutely,
Yeah.
this is first of the week. Don't even argue with me.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna, Sarah, I need you to make this picture too, because
Okay.
I want to talk about Jack Hughes in the background.
Okay.
I like what he's wearing.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about Jack.
I like how
Really?
it's put together.
That's where you were going with this? That's not where I was going with this, Shannon.
No, I know what that meant. I know
Okay.
what that meant, but I
Okay.
don't know if I'm prepared. I don't know how to
I'm
do
prepared.
it.
Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm prepared. We can talk about Jack, though.
Okay. Something about his hair, being the iPhone kid in the background. It's even though he's like out of focus, it's very model-esque and I like it. I think this is a good outfit.
Yeah.
I would even make him third.
Wow.
I know it's like not up for
Interesting.
debate, but there's something about
I mean,
it.
you can make him third.
Well, in my mind, but that doesn't mean anything.
Well,
Nope. Oh, yeah, there is a room for most improvement.
there is, but I need like a gavel sound here, Shannon.
All right, gavel.
I'm using my veto.
Wrong. You're
You
kicked off the island.
You can't tell me wrong.
Yes, I
have
can.
a veto that I can use.
I don't care. This is a dictatorship. You're going to the dungeon.
Well,
That's the
hold
point
on.
of the veto.
Hold on.
That's the point of the
I know I made the veto.
Well, I'm using it.
That's fine. It's just going to be on next week.
So does that mean then that everything shifts down? Timo is first, Brendan Dillon's second.
No, it means
and
you
then-
get to pick who's first.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay. I was
well,
gonna
that's who
say,
I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Timo.
Okay.
Okay.
I love that suit.
Congratulations, Nico. You're now second on the list.
Sarah.
Does it work this way?
We never worked out the fine
Yeah, we
print.
really
Worked
didn't.
out
I
the
don't
fine
know.
print.
In my head, it was just like it was as is, and a veto is just like an X. So there's just like no first place, is how I pictured it.
You get to substitute
No.
your own first
Oh,
place.
okay.
You get to
Okay.
pick because I think I specifically said the words. I might have said veto, but I think I specifically said the words. You get to pick
Okay.
the
Okay.
the winner of the week.
Yeah, it's Timo.
All right.
Congratulations, Timo.
I'm typing in the document.
It's a good thing I didn't use it. I was going to pick Jack.
You still could. You could use your
That's
veto
true.
on third
I
place
mean, you
if you
could.
want. That would be silly.
No,
but
no,
like that is
no.
an option.
I'm waiting. It was brilliant, Sarah.
Congratulations,
I had
Timo
to.
Meyer. You are winner of the Red Carpet Report this week. Would you like to know room for most improvement?
Yes. I haven't
Yeah.
seen them yet.
It is this photo of
They're
Jacob
both
Markstrom.
sad.
Listen, I just
Yeah.
think Brett Pesci looks like that.
He might just look like that.
This photo of Jacob Markstrom.
Is it?
This
It's
is
rough.
This is your pro bono lawyer's paralegal. Like fresh out of college, couldn't afford a fitted suit. Why is it all beige? Even
It's
the
so
shoe.
beige.
And it's like manila folder beige. Like it's the
Yeah.
worst type of beige.
Like,
And-
it's coordinated, sort of, but it's just compared to what he's worn in the past.
I think
I'm actually surprised.
I think Markstrom was
Yeah.
a victim of the I just got to throw shit in my suitcase and not worry about it.
It makes sense. Gosh darn.
So room for most improvement this week, Jacob Markstrom, but only in regards
Shame.
to your outfits, not in regards to anything else.
No.
Right.
No.
Well, that was fun. Did you guys enjoy that?
Yeah, I had a
I-
good time with that.
There were
I
too many
did.
outfits. I
I loved
apologize.
Yeah.
No.
Thank
no.
you for joining me.
There was a backlog.
Yeah.
And I'm happy you brought it all to us.
There were actually more that I didn't bring.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
a really unfortunate photo of Dougie Hamilton in some very poorly fitted pants, but it was in a video,
Aw.
so I couldn't get like a really good screenshot of it.
That's tough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looking forward to more next week. Sarah, can you bring us into our weekly update?
I absolutely can. So, as it stands right now, we're still chilling in second in the Metro.
Woo.
It's fine. So, we'd still be playing Carolina, who is still in third in the Metro. And Capitals are just kind of going up and up and up in the standings. Whatever. We're ignoring it. It's fine. We've currently got 25 wins, 15 losses, 3 overtime losses. So 53 points. We're 7th overall, but that's fine.
Seven's
That's
my
fine.
favorite number. That's a perfect
Yeah.
place to be overall.
7's a great number. We
7th
don't need to be first overall. That's
Compared
fine.
to 7th in the division last season. I'll take
Exactly.
this 7.
This is an improvement.
Exactly. Some
Yeah.
other things that happened Devils wise in this week or weeks, however long it's been. Well, this episode, we've got 4 consecutive losses to talk about, which is sad, but maybe they're just getting their slump out of the way now so that
That's-
it won't happen during the playoffs.
Honestly, a holiday slump it happens to all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just inevitable. Dougie was fined for embellishment almost 2 weeks after the fact from the last time they played the Rangers,
What?
which is just lame. Like,
so
don't
dumb.
the NHL have anything better to do?
He's just an expressive man. Let him live.
And lastly, in Devils territory, Eric Halla missed practice in Seattle with an ankle injury, and he is now currently day-to-day.
I
So,
didn't know that.
yeah,
Sad.
Dang.
rip, uncle.
And Nick DeShimon got traded away on waivers.
That's right. He
Utah
sure
got him,
did.
right?
Yes. Alex Ovechkin came back in the interim room.
Boo.
Oh, he
And
did.
he keeps scoring, so that'll probably happen soonish.
Oh,
But-
no.
I'm just
really
saying.
new.
I'm
news yet.
shocked.
That bolt of lightning,
Yep.
it's coming. Can you imagine
One way or
if
another.
he like gets checked by someone on the lightning?
That would
And
be
then-
so funny.
This is a prophecy.
Well, this season, it's mostly been hot. We're like lukewarm right now, but it's going to get hot again, right?
Yeah.
So it's all going to be good. But something that has not changed and probably is never going to change is we're hot and you're hot. And if you want to show out your outfit ensemble at an upcoming Devils game, or frankly, any event that is an excuse to go out on the town, then use our discount code Hot Girls Hockey for $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. And we'll catch you on the red carpet. So let's get into it because, my gosh, this first game. I know, exactly.
This sadness.
You know, I couldn't even be sad. You know, this was the New Year's Eve game. You put it on at the back of a party and you're like, yeah, whatever. The Devils are playing the Ducks. Here's the thing. Did anyone actually expect the Devils to beat the Ducks?
No.
No. Like, come on. Did I expect them to beat the Sharks?
No. I did not.
Like,
It's
Yeah.
so funny because that's the exact thing I wrote. I was like, this game was disappointing, but the results were expected.
yeah.
I have no feelings about this game besides it went as expected.
Did
Yeah.
you feel anything when Jacob Trouba came out and you had to hear his name again?
No, because I was enjoying the party.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the same effect in Orange, you know?
No. It takes away
It neuters
that
him a little.
edge.
Yeah.
It's kind of fascinating.
He's out there looking like a what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
A
What is the word
duckling?
you're looking for?
Why did I want to say fire cone? A traffic cone. What's a fire cone? He's out there looking
These
like a
look
traffic cone.
And those are not intimidating. I like
They're
to hit
not.
them with my car.
Oh, we are different people.
Uh,
I do love the Ducks leaning into the orange color and
Yeah.
using like the older logo.
yeah, it's fun.
The one that actually looks like the Mighty Ducks. That makes me happy. My only real comment on this game is bye-bye Nico Heischer Lady Bing.
Yeah.
Something was in that man's water that night.
That is the only thing I remembered. And I remember shouting out to Sarah. I was like, look at Nico fighting
Oh,
for
that's
Timo.
right.
Sarah's
You like
hosting-
came over and pulled me like closer to the TV so I could see it happening. I
I was like,
remember.
look at the face and the
Yeah.
anger and the hair. There was a lot going on.
I mean, this was one of those like classic games where the Devils really didn't show up until the third, and then they tied it up just in time to give me some hope. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. What if we get like a New Year's Eve overtime? And it's already a late game because they're on the West Coast. So like they could just ride this game straight into the new year. Other people were like crowding around like, oh, look, they tied it up. Nico is throwing punches. It wasn't even like he got into a fight. He instigated the
Yes,
fight.
Yeah.
he did. Like it was
And whatever
entertaining.
triggered it, he was right. I'm just certain of it.
Yep.
Yes, of course.
And then like 2 minutes after they give me hope, they go ahead and give up a late third period goal. And I'm like, some shit never changes.
Well,
So what a way to close out the year.
I will say the worst thing about losing to the Ducks is listening to people whine about losing to the Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even my biggest sad thing
Like-
of the week we have to talk about. Like it's
No.
just the Ducks.
You have to lose some games.
Yeah.
You might as well lose them to teams that aren't in your division.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
honestly, like losing to the Ducks, people were like, oh, it's embarrassing. The Ducks aren't a good team. Well, they were good enough to beat the Devils that night.
Mhm.
Yep.
And that's just like not how it works. It's just there's too many games for you to win all of them.
Exactly.
At least this one was kind of entertaining. Nico fought and I clapped.
I had a blast watching it. But how do we bring in the new year? Because this was so crazy having back-to-back games like this, like New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day.
Yeah.
I was slightly overwhelmed.
Do you think the Devils stayed up to midnight?
I would not have personally.
Yeah, me either. But I guess the games are kind of later on in the day so they can sleep it. But this one was like an afternoon game.
Yes,
Yeah.
this one was at like 4 o'clock.
But that's 7 p.m. in California. So actually, maybe
Yeah.
it was a north. So I guess you could stay up till midnight and then sleep in.
You could. Yeah.
Good.
I mean, they do have like warm-ups earlier in the day, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
could probably still get like a decent night's sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something I find bringing in the new year, we get to re-ask this question
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
because this is all this game was. One question. What is goalie interference? Nobody knows. No one's ever going to know.
Nope. I
The
don't even
Toronto
think.
overlords don't even know.
Nope.
Do you think they just like flip a coin? Like
Yes.
they call Toronto and they're like, flip it. Heads, goal interference. Tails, good goal.
That's
Maybe.
what it felt like. I don't even care that we were shut out. Like,
I forgot that we were shut out.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I think that's a part of it mentally because Timo had like this beautiful, I don't even know how to fully describe it. He like spun around and it looked like a backhand and he got the goal, but then they called it goalie interference on Nason. And I was like, what? Wait, why? And then when
Because
they
he
took
was
it,
pushed
I
at
know.
first into the goalie. And then by the time Timo actually shot the puck, Nason,
Right.
there was the entire Pacific Ocean
Yeah.
Yes.
between the goalie and Nason. Like what?
Yeah.
It was
We had so much time to reset. It absolutely ridiculous call.
Talk about embellishing.
Mhm.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, this was extremely frustrating. And I feel like because it didn't count, it just put us in a bad mental space. And we just weren't able to get over that first hump of getting the first goal. And it was driving me mad.
This was one of those games that I said that exact same thing. And I've theorized if like the reffing and the weird calls that they get at home is part of the reason why sometimes they seem to struggle at home. But
Mhm.
it apparently follows them on
Wherever
the
we
road
go.
too.
Yep.
Because they honestly the first period was kind of boring. There's not like too much
No.
to talk about. Minus the Kings commentators who were irritating me. They wasted way too much time arguing that Nico shouldn't be a Selkie contender, and I took that personally. Like, he just gave up the Lady Wing last night. Can we give this man something? Give him some credit for something. He's working here.
Oh, man.
Obviously, Kings take the first goal. Timo ties it up, and then they lose it for the stupid goalie interference.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember tweeting something like, this better not be one of those times where the Devils get a bad call and then completely let it unravel them for the rest of the game. And they proceeded to let it unravel them for the rest of the game.
We're not, able to quite overcome it yet.
I can't think of it as anything other than mental. You just got all these, and you know what's irritating to me?
Okay.
You get fans who will say a lot that like they want the team to care more. Like they don't think, and I'm like, who are you talking about?
Exactly.
The Devils?
Yes, I see this criticism all the time when the Devils aren't
Really?
playing well, especially during this game. People are like, "Oh, can anyone care as much as Jacob Markstrom? Can anyone put in as much effort as like Nico?" Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, everyone looks so impassioned all the time.
Yeah.
Except for Jesper Bratt, I just don't think his face does that.
Right.
Yeah, fair.
But the way he plays tells me that
Yeah.
he cares.
Yes.
Yeah,
He
he's just
very
he's
much
got a poker
does.
face. And I'm like, I actually think it's the opposite. I
think they care too much.
A little bit. Yeah.
Absolutely. That it gets in the way.
Yeah.
Who said that?
A lot of people, not anyone in particular,
I
but the
did not
fellas
know
on,
this.
on internet. That's
For example, I wrote this down. I'm like, this was not a goalie problem this game, or not even, I don't even want to call it a defense problem. And like the LA Kings are a good team, but Jake Allen had 23 saves. He only allowed 2 goals this game.
Mhm.
He was doing incredible gymnastics.
His save on Fiala in the third period was artistic.
Yeah.
He kept giving us that hope. Like he only made it, like only allowed the 2. Like we still could have come
Yes.
back. Like I guess it drives me mad because
and
the
it was
team-
frustrating because
Yeah.
the last couple, he does not have the best record right now because the last couple of games that he's played have been losses. And
I don't think that's a fair sum of his stats.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not the way he
It's
plays.
completely skewed. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he gave us the opportunity to win this game. We just something about the way the Kings were defending. We weren't able to get over it, get past it. I can't like call it a thing.
It's
Because we play well. This whole West Coast trip has been a mental test more than anything, in my opinion.
Yes.
It's, they care too much. They have to learn to like let almost the expectations go.
I think so. Because this road trip is really the first stretch of games they've played after I feel like the expectations ballooned again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
2022, 2023, no one's paying attention to the Devils. They have a great season.
Mm-hmm.
2021, 2022, right? Am I bad at math? 2022, 2023.
Wow, I can't.
Okay, yes, 2022,
What year is it?
2023.
That's counting is hard.
Counting is real hard. As we have said, like the Devils, we are poets, not mathematicians.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then last year, 2023, 2024, expectations are sky high,
Mm-hmm.
crumble like a house of cards. This year, expectations are back in the toilet.
Yes.
People thought that one year was just a one-off, a once in the blue moon.
Yeah.
And they've done pretty well. But those last couple of weeks of the end of 2024, people were starting to glaze the Devils a little bit. The expectations are starting to balloon. The Rangers are tanking. So the odds of them getting into the playoffs was looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of like start to see like those, it feels like those cracks start to seep back in.
Yes.
It's just like when I think the Devils just need to have fun. I think they play better when they're not trying to win, but when they're just trying to have fun.
I agree. I also, a lot of the commentators and a lot of people were saying it was like they had this rhythm all in December. They just need to find it again. And I think even the pressure of like finding the rhythm again is pushing them off their rhythm. Like, it's so weird.
Just let them vibe. I had a little bit of depression, at the end of this game. They pulled Jake Allen with like 5 minutes to go, and the Skings. Oh my god, I'm so tired. The Kings. I don't even think they won the face-off, and they still managed to score immediately. It was like really. It was really. Painful.
I think I'm remembering this correctly, but do you guys? They like zoomed in on Jack Hughes because he went after the guy, and after it went in, and just the look of just sheer like disappointment and
I thought
frustration.
This was character growth for Jack, because you're right. As that empty net goal, like he was chasing down the puck to prevent that goal, and and he just that the puck went in, he just kind of swiped at it angrily. But I think previous Jack would have smashed his stick. So I think
fair.
We're growing up a little.
Maybe he is.
And it got worse after that, because the Kings pulled a double minor when Palat was bleeding after high sticking. So they got a 4-minute power play with like 3 minutes left, whatever. But they had a power play for like the rest of the game, basically.
I know. I was like, all right, let's do it. Back to back. We've done this. We've done goals 12 seconds apart, 10 seconds apart.
Yeah. They're like, let's freaking go. And the Devils are shut out again.
It was sad.
I just stopped taking notes well before that.
Yep.
Something I noticed though about this game that I think is interesting. I don't know what it means.
Okay.
Yep.
One thing that this game has made me realize is that shutouts is the new 1-0 them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, it's both, but
that's their new silly bit this year. Yes. Getting a shutout. I don't know if there's a record. I'm sure there is. For the
we
team.
already broke it. Like for the Devils. It was like the most shutouts that the Devils have ever had. It was like in a season was around 5 or 6. I don't know the exact stat, but we're past it.
Love
we're
it.
So past it.
Love it.
Because you know what?
Confirm that next episode.
If you're going to lose, you might as well lose with a capital L. And something I've noticed is that when this team loses, it really loses together. And I know that might sound stupid, like obviously.
No, but it's true.
But it's like when the team has a bad game, it doesn't seem to feel like one person is struggling. It feels like they're all struggling.
Yeah.
Except Timo, who always seems to be very sick. Timo seems to just kind of continue on course. Full speed ahead. Scoring consistently, just kind of existing. But everyone else, it's such a Rube Goldberg machine. They're all like pieces together. And when one starts to struggle, it's like the whole machine starts to fall apart.
Yeah.
And that's kind of beautiful. We're all in this together.
I agree. I think it's also a hidden strength for the team, because I like that everyone is accountable. Like there isn't just like, oh, it was just bad defense. It was just bad goalie. There is no blame game.
Right.
We sink and swim together.
Well, there is a blame game. We're just not playing it, the three of us.
Yeah.
This was another game that ended with people being like, Dawson Mercer sucks. Get Eric Halla off the team. Yeah, I mean, that's what,
You're right. We do need to record this. People can't see my face of shock.
They also can't see me getting attacked by a cat.
Oh, Lilith.
Oh, there she goes. All right.
There she goes.
Well, I don't know why, even though the next game's a loss, I'm kind of excited to talk about it.
Tell me about it.
Okay.
I knew better than to stay up until 1 a.m. to watch a Sharks game or whenever the hell this thing was.
Sarah and I had a blast.
Yeah. It was like anxiety inducing. I just kept hoping like, maybe now.
It was just entertainment at its best. Like, well, not at its best. I would say the next game was entertainment at its best, but there was just something about this one that was like thrilling because my favorite way to describe the Sharks right now is like everyone's like, they're a young team. I'm like, yep, that means they're super fast, super spunky, but also extremely uncoordinated. So like everything that's successful for them is just like luck. And they are lucky against us.
Yeah.
One observation about this game of like how we were playing, but let me know unless I think I'm crazy, but I feel like we took a lot of penalties this game.
Yeah, they were being a little messy.
Trip. Yeah. I'm not like super mad about it because I think we've improved on the penalty kill so much that I'm like not as nervous as in past seasons. But I did notice that. I was like, what? We normally aren't the team that takes so many penalties.
I think they were feeling a little stressed coming off the prior losses.
Yeah. But yeah, this was like one of those back and forth games. You got to take me through the rest of it, Sarah, because I only have one note.
There's only one thing that matters about this game.
Yeah, there's one like important thing, which I actually didn't even write down, apparently.
What?
It's Nico's birthday. Happy birthday, Nico.
You wrote it down, Sarah.
Oh, well, he scored on his birthday, but that's what I didn't write down.
Nico's birthday goal that I didn't watch.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
it was his birthday.
He scored and then took a penalty. Am I crazy?
I don't remember.
I was asleep. I was protecting my peace.
Yeah.
Where did it go wrong?
It went wrong with San Jose scoring on the power play with 2 minutes left in the first period.
It was that.
And then I don't know who scored next after that. The next goal that I wrote down was DJ Pauly C, but there were a couple of other goals in between there. They were tying it back and forth. I just noted that the Devils are being messy and somehow scraping by, managing to keep clawing their way back up there.
Yeah, that's what frustrated me about this one.
Yeah.
It kept giving us hope.
And DJ Pauly C did give us a little bit of hope. And I don't know if it was just because, like you were saying, people were upset about Dawson Mercer and Eric Holla and stuff, but the bottom two lines, particularly the fourth line, was getting a lot of time in this game. I don't know if it was just like a method to like give them more chances or what, prove something, but I don't think any of them actually. Well, Cotter did, so
yeah,
that's someone from the bottom six, right? Producing.
It was nice to see. I had one question about this game for you guys, so I was kind of curious. How do you think Nico celebrates his birthday? The producer asked me this question. And I was like, I don't know.
Do you think he just like calls his mom or something?
I don't imagine him like a party guy.
No, definitely not. Especially on a road trip. Nah.
Yeah. I wonder if the team surprised him with anything. Just want more antics from the team.
Yeah. Did they do a little
curious.
birthday party for him?
I don't know.
I didn't see anything.
I wish we knew.
I don't know. He celebrates his
had a good
birthday by
birthday.
wearing his best suit of the year.
His best suit of the year.
Yeah, the green one.
I don't know about that. Because I mean, we can go back up and look at the records that show that he came in second place.
I didn't say.
week.
I didn't say. Regardless of whether or not it was the best of the year, it was his best of the year.
I don't know about that.
His personal best.
Sarah and I will review the records.
Yeah.
This game was it was entertaining.
And then they lost with 24 seconds to go.
Yes. Unfortunately, sad face.
How late did you have to stay up to watch that?
Not as late as the next one, I think.
That's true. Yeah, I think this next one was later.
So that's good. At least you got to sleep off the sadness. Well, the one thing I will say about the game against San Jose is that Jacob Markstrom was pissed and took that shit personally and was not letting it happen again.
And he sure didn't.
Because I just remember looking forward to this game. Again, this is another one
I like
Sarah and I stayed
Sarah's
up for.
nickname for this.
Cryptid Cup Nervous Edition. Because I didn't think that they were going to win this game. It had been 4 consecutive losses. What's another one?
I was like, let's get the full slump out of the way and then just go on a major winning streak. But there was something about this game that I was like, they know they have to win this game to play the Rangers tonight. Was what I was thinking. I'm like,
Honestly,
if they come home and we also lose to the Rangers,
They'll
would
never
be
live it down.
scared
No.
to go to a home game.
So the
It
game
was.
we're
It was a fun
talking
one.
about is the game against Seattle on the 6th
Yes,
at, the dead of night,
it was very
the
late.
witching hour.
This game was, again, super entertaining. I feel
Yeah.
like we are finally getting our sea legs back. It's how this game was going. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't perfect,
No.
but we won this through hard work and determination.
Hell yeah. A little bit of grit gets you through.
So the other reason why I was like so shocked when you mentioned about Dawson Mercer earlier was because I had this note written for this game. Mercer took the first goal during
He
this
did.
game. And I swear you could hear a sigh of relief from all Devils fans across New Jersey when that happened.
He
I was
loves to do that. Right when people are doubting him, he likes to just
Mhm.
come in with the save.
I feel like this was us getting back into our groove at the end of December, specifically quoting Bill and I think it was Bryce. But at the end of the third period, because we took the first point and we were like protecting a lead the whole time, it pushed the Devils back into their like defensive groove.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have good offense, but I think our real strength that showed in this game is our defense. Like it's really about shutting down opportunities for the other team.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's definitely about like they do better when the momentum's on their side.
Absolutely.
With either offense or defense. I think they are much harder. They have a much harder time swinging the momentum back into their favor.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I don't think Seattle went easy on them either. I made a fun little note. Nico had like the longest shift ever on the ice.
Of any NHLer?
No.
I thought you were exact. Okay, sorry. I thought that was
it was
literal.
like, no, I was exaggerating, but he was out at one point for 2 minutes and 27 seconds because they got caught out there
Yeah.
in their defensive zone. And it was just insane to watch him to the point where he literally just swung his arm out like he could barely skate. He was on field. So like just
Can we talk about
yeah.
how crazy it is that 2.5 minutes is a long time in hockey? I'm not like criticizing that, but like just putting into perspective how hard it is.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain to the producer. I'm like, the closest analogy I could think to it is like, imagine sprinting to the end of a race and then you got to go do that again.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's just how fast the game is and how much gear you're with. I think that also that weighs you down.
Yeah, definitely.
But I loved this game. I was like, we're getting the groove again. We have that rhythm. You could just see the chemistry. Like there was less self-doubt.
Yeah.
And I think something that was huge for the Devils was Jacob Markstrom this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
that was going to be the only thing I mentioned about this game.
I really feel like he gave the Devils something to fight for because I don't remember who said it, but it was so much fun. Jacob Markstrom keeping the Devils level once more.
Yeah.
He evens the playing
though.
field.
Yes. Anchor. That
keeps them anchored.
Keep the sea metaphors going.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm on it. What an incredible performance. Every single high danger save this game was like a game-winning save, super cinematic, and somehow he kept topping himself on how insane the save was. I was like, that was the save of the game. And then there was another, and there was another. And my favorite was there was one where he was outstretched and then it was the rebound that was coming in and somehow his glove got there in time. Like it shouldn't have been humanly possible, to the point that the Kraken player looked at him and was like, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
Like he was confused. And I don't remember if it was Bill or Dano who said this, but they called Jacob Markstrom a magician.
Yeah.
Because he was doing magic tricks out there.
Yeah.
My other favorite moment when they did it in slow-mo, everyone was like, literally, it was a magic trick. Like, you're like, how did he block that puck? He was like diving in front of the net.
That shot of like the puck
it was
in front of like a wide open net, and it doesn't go in. He gets it.
And you're like, how did it happen? And when they slowed it down, it was like a Hail Mary windmill of his stick over his head. And it just caught the tip of the stick. And it was just perfect timing. And you're like,
and the fact that he was able to like tip it out and not into the net.
Right.
Yeah. And
Insane.
it was like that moment. I was like, that is what you would see in a movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's the cinematic final save.
But like you would see that in like a Blades of Glory edition of a hockey movie.
Honestly.
Like, they wouldn't even put that in a drama because it wouldn't be believable.
It's too unrealistic. Yeah.
He was
That's what we've got. I still think at the beginning of the game, the defense was maybe a little lacking, but like midway through the game, it did get like you said, Markstrom was keeping everybody level-headed and giving them that confidence to get their groove back. And I think they did by that point. So exciting.
It was.
And the Cryptid Cup is still ours.
It's still ours.
It's never going back.
I will say the Seattle Kraken admin is really funny because they posted on their Twitter when the Devils scored first. They posted something like, the Devils used some black magic and took the first goal.
Even they know.
Incredible.
The Kraken have a good social media team.
Yeah,
they do.
And the Devils Kraken rivalry is like one of my favorite things.
It's really fun.
Like, it's so wholesome.
Well, at least we ended on a win this week. I'm feeling more positive.
Should we make predictions about the Rangers game? By the time you listen to this episode, will have happened. So here's my prediction. I'm going to tell you how the game goes.
Okay.
Yep.
How does it go?
They come out.
All right.
Yep.
The Devils lose the first faceoff.
Probably.
But take the first goal.
Whoa.
And then Matt Rumpy tries to throw a punch at someone. Curtis McDermott beats him up. The Rangers lose. They score at least twice.
Okay.
The Rangers fans cheer about the fact that Rempe punched someone despite the fact that the Rangers still lost.
Mm-hmm.
And then we all sleep happily ever after. And I'm going to say Jack and Timo both get to score.
Jack is absolutely scoring.
Jack,
Jack's
you know what?
definitely.
He always
has
scores
to.
against the Devils.
Jack Hattie.
Sorry. Not against the Devils. The Rangers.
He does score against the Devils. Maybe at practice.
I don't want to think about that.
I agree. Jack hat trick. We're due for one.
Yeah.
I like it.
Let's do it.
A Jack Hattie.
I can't wait
We'll
to
see
watch
how
the
that
game.
goes, I guess.
Speaking of Matt Rempe, Shannon, tell us about your next segment.
All right. Let's move on in to our Skirkuffle Award, because this is where we give awards to the most cinematic fights of the week. Oh boy, guys. I didn't cover Nico's fight because I didn't.
It was perfect. What more do we have to say? He punched a man. He looked good doing it.
Yeah. The one that I really want to talk about was Brett Pesce versus Brandon Montour. This was during the Seattle game at the end of the second period. And first off, can we really call this a fight? It was more of an ambush on Pesce.
Yeah.
So just to bring you guys through this, Kovacevic hit a Seattle player in the back against the boards. And honestly, it was a little slow. Looked more like he couldn't stop his momentum, but it was a clear penalty. And he even immediately knew it. The whistle blew. And the play should have ended there. And he should have just received a 2-minute penalty for boarding the guy, the back. But instead, the Kraken erupted. All 5 tentacles got involved, ripping Kovacevic down from his crow's nest. Siegenthaler is holding these tentacles back at bay, cross-checking people, what appeared like cross-checking with his stick, trying to prevent the Devil's ship from getting damaged. Nosen's bald head comes out at some point, and the captain skates up. And my gosh, does he do some captain shit? He goes to pretend to like start throwing a punch and rip a guy apart, sees the ref behind him, and he's like, oh. And he just taps him on the shoulder and just starts shaking his head and looking at the fight and having a conversation with the ref. I was like, what is going on? But then one of these tentacles Montour grabs Pesci from behind and drags him into the ocean. And this is the one we need to talk about because Montour just grabs Pesci's collar and throws him down to the ice, punching him. And this was frustrating because Pesci clearly didn't want to fight him specifically. Like he was just trying to help Kovacevic and Siegenthaler by pulling other guys back. And he didn't throw any punches. He was just literally trying to protect his face. And this was super frustrating because the penalties that resulted from this fight made absolutely no sense. The Kovacevic penalty disappeared.
Oh,
he didn't get one. It was just Siegenthaler got 2 minutes for cross-checking and Pesci got a 5-minute fighting major. And so did Montour, but it was so bizarre.
That resulted in the funniest video of the season so far. Where the camera pans to Brett Pesci and he's watching them announce the penalties and he's standing by the boards and he goes, "Me?" And he points at himself.
Yes,
and
I
he
saw that.
"Me? I didn't touch him." And it's the funniest thing ever.
Oh, I'm glad we have that.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, this was quite a cinematic fight. Besides my sea analogies, I just really liked the chaos of things that were happening. And I feel like I could see all the different stories going on. So I'm going to give this, I don't even know if I gave this award out or not or yet.
I don't know.
In the spirit of the Golden Globes, I'm going to give this best TV drama.
Ooh, fun.
Okay.
I don't know if I gave that out.
But it's you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I just really enjoyed everything that was happening.
Yeah. I like your sea metaphors. I enjoyed
Thanks.
that.
Well, Allie.
Yeah.
Looking forward to this. What are the whispers on the Twitter winds this week?
The last time we recorded an episode, you guys actually got all the good ones that
We
I
had
had
a lot to talk about.
Yeah. You guys really crushed the segment. I was actually a little nervous because there were so many things.
Sarah crushed the segment.
She did.
It was so much.
There were so many things that I was like, oh no, I'm not going to get to talk about these things. And then Sarah covered them and that made me really excited. And I was like, you know what? Sarah's got this. I can take a little social media break for the holidays.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, it's the New Year's now here. I'm back on social media, checking out what the people are talking about. So I might have missed a little bit of drama over the holidays, but what I've really seen people talking about this week is Matt Rempe. You can tell he's on my mind because I kept bringing him up during the episode.
Well, that Rangers game is looming right after this, so how could it not be?
Mm-hmm.
And Matt Rempe obviously was called up and has finished serving the remaining game of his suspension. So he's, allowed to play again. And he's back in against the Devils tonight, which will have already happened by the time you hear this. And he gave an interesting interview where he talked about, if this most recent suspension has affected him. And he, to summarize, was basically saying that he's going to be more cautious now about the hits and who he hits because he has developed a reputation. People are looking out for him. People have grudges against him, but also he's very aware that if he continues this behavior, it could jeopardize his career in the sense that
absolutely. It could end.
It could end. Yeah.
They could not want him.
Right.
It's too much. And
this led to an interesting conversation because he looks a little kind of I don't know. Matt Rempe doesn't usually have this he just usually looks like a guy, In this video, he kind of had that deer in the headlights look. I don't know how to describe it.
Okay.
But it got me thinking, and I saw a lot of other people commenting on this. And do y'all think it's weird how the Rangers treat or utilize Rempe?
A little.
He's one of their younger players. He's, they bring him on the team. They don't really seem to necessarily develop his hockey skills so much as his fighting skills, which is also kind of detrimental. Besides the fact that he seems to lean into this goon reputation. But even if he didn't want to, like, is there anyone out there trying to like help him improve his other skills?
They're not giving him opportunities at all.
Exactly.
And they send him down to the AHL and then they bring him up whenever they need him to punch someone. Then he gets suspended, which again limits his ability to practice and develop. It's kind of like a sideshow. Like they gotta bring him out whenever they need like a dancing bear to hit someone and make their fans clap and distract them from the way their franchise is crumbling around them.
You know, that's a very good point. I do find it frustrating that nobody has, unless somebody has and we just like don't know, but has pulled him to the side and was like, hey, you gotta slow down on the fighting because, and just, I don't know, some guidance on like what to do next, because there's absolutely other players in the league that have reputations for fighting and being that guy and being aggressive, but they don't get suspended.
Right. Or maybe they do sometimes, but like a lot of them are older and like you get to that, like Rempe's not going to survive to like Curtis McDermott or whatever, you know, someone's going to like knock his head off.
Yeah. And it's also frustrating because I do think the first year it was kind of fun because he definitely cemented his reputation.
Right.
And it got him a lot of attention, which maybe his hockey skills aren't that great. And so that gave him the notoriety. So people do pay attention to him and do give him that guidance and maybe more of that ice time and things he wasn't normally getting. But it's frustrating because it's like you were kind of saying, they're like using him for attention, but not developing him as a player.
Right.
Like, I don't know all the internals, but it just definitely feels that way, which is disappointing.
I would feel a little pigeonholed if I were him.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I wonder how he would do if he got traded to another team, what he would do for them. I would like to see him in a different environment, even though his name is so tied to the Rangers right now.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's going to be willing to take on that risk either, because he is becoming a bit of a liability.
Exactly.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll see him move to another team eventually. But
I wonder if he will. I wonder if this most recent suspension, he was out for a couple of games.
He was purposely. It was like 8 games, and it was because it happened during the Dallas Stars game, and then the game he was back in was one after when the Rangers played the Stars again, and that was on purpose.
Right. And I feel like if I were him, you know, that's a good amount of time to reflect.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the best position to be in. You have a reputation for being a goon. Maybe you get to practice your skills, but you don't get as much ice time as you want because you can't play because you're suspended for 8 games.
Right.
And you're ruining your reputation with other teams that, you know,
could potentially
aren't going to maybe want to take you on when the Rangers inevitably end up selling the whole team and starting over. Seems like they might try to
Arizona.
Hello, New York Coyotes.
Honestly, frankly, though, I don't think that Rempe should be at the NHL level. Like they need to stop just calling him up to punch people. He needs to genuinely learn to improve actual playing skills in the AHL.
Yeah. Yeah. And if they're going to keep doing it this way, boy better have negotiated for a good contract and invested all that money.
Yeah. It's not going to last long.
You got to set yourself up for life. Well, that's all I've got this week. It's not like a super fun whisper on the Twitter wins. It's just something that was on my mind.
All right. Well, let's not worry about it. We'll find out later tonight. And move on to the segment where we don't worry about it, because sometimes I'm saying random shit and the announcers do it too. Okay. I've some fun ones.
These are all great.
Yeah.
One of them I'm going to read last, but not in the order. First up, we have Jack Hughes' Silky Move.
New shampoo coming soon.
Jesper Bratt turns Burns. There was no and in there. It was turns Burns.
Was there a player named Burns?
No,
Maybe.
It was literally he turned. It was during
Burns.
Is it literally
it.
turns comma Burns?
I think
Turns
so.
dash burns.
They were describing like a play that he was in the middle of doing. It was against the Hurricanes, our second bout with them.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna worry about it.
Love this one. Palat ladles this one in.
Great metaphor.
We're literally cooking, guys. Everybody's on the same page. We're cooking.
Makes me feel better about how much we talk about food on this show.
We've had this before, but just the way it was said was so like
It's
skin
just funny.
crawly. I just have to say it again. He has some filthy hands. Filthy hands.
I think we could write our own book talk hockey romance book using just
Honestly.
phrases from the Don't Worry About It.
Honestly, we could.
That's such a good idea.
Now we know what Shannon's doing for the end of the season one.
Yep. Next, we got the birthday boy scores.
Yay.
I remember hearing this one.
That's what I'm always saying.
This could have been me. Crackers.
With a K.
With a K. By Dano.
He was trying to say Krakens. It just didn't come out right.
And
So
lastly,
funny.
we have, I want you guys to know, before I say it, I found this one today, going back, watching fights. This was the Seattle broadcasters talking about the scrum I talked about in the Skirkuffle Award. Cocked, locked, and ready to drop. And we're just going to move on.
No, that's the new slogan of this podcast. Hot Girls Hockey, cocked, locked, and ready to drop. Your bladder will never be the same.
No, your bladder will never be the same.
Oh, that one's for the YouTube subscribers.
All right. Let's move on into our It Boy of the Week.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
I have a nomination.
me too.
I have a nomination.
All right.
Do we all have the same nomination?
Probably not.
I don't know. Do we?
Okay,
Would
there
it
we
be
go.
funny to say it all at the same time regardless?
I definitely don't have the same nomination as you guys.
All right.
So
Okay. Well, I'll go. Do you want me to go first?
yeah, you
Go
should
first. Yeah.
It's Jacob Markstrom for his outstanding performance during not only the Seattle game, but just every game. We would be nowhere without him this season. He is a crucial part of this team, and I want him to know that I appreciate him.
Awesome.
I completely agree. That's who I was going to nominate as well.
I knew you were both going to nominate that.
Yeah,
And
because
I
I know
like it.
who. Okay,
Yeah.
you're going to nominate for, and for what reason, if I had to guess.
Just for the sake of debate, I nominate Nico Heischer because I
Of
like
course.
him. And
Of
it's
course.
his birthday.
Not anymore.
Time is fake when you're in the bubble.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But yeah, no, Markstrom, obviously.
Thank you, Markstrom. You are It
And-
Boy of the Week.
And I think if, because we were talking about how Matt Rempe is the circus bear in the circus. If Jacob Markstrom was also an act in the circus, he's the lion tamer.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pesci's the mermaid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just so
It
that
can't be
I'm-
John Marino anymore. So,
Jack is the clown.
yeah.
That makes Nico's the captain, so he's got to be
He's-
the ringleader.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I see Mercer and Bastion. They're doing the acrobats where they do like the
yeah.
flips
The
and
trapeze
stuff.
kind of
yeah,
thing.
the trapeze.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I just picture them doing it together because
As
they
a
both have
duo,
the
yeah.
same missing tooth.
Luke
Mhm.
would also be a clown, and he'd be one of those clowns that has like an absurdly small clown car that when he gets
Yeah.
out of, you're like, how does this giant man get out of this teeny tiny
Yeah.
car?
I'm trying to think what Timo would be.
Timo in the circus.
Hmm.
I guess because of the bull analogies, he would be the strong man.
Or he'd be the he could be the strong man, or he could be
Yeah.
like a matador if we're making our
Oh,
We could, yeah.
give him a
They
literal
do that sometimes,
bull.
maybe.
yeah, we can put whatever we want on our circus.
Yeah, this
Why
is our
not?
circus.
Well, tune in next week for our Hot Girls Hockey Circus for more sugar.
Spice.
And everything ice.
If you like our show, please leave us a rating, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, follow us on YouTube and TikTok, and tweet at us at hotgirlshockey_.